Hello, I am Mac, at least for a day, and everything's going to be okay. Well, we've got some very exciting news. Sean Murray just tweeted out a new emoji. For those that don't know, anytime Sean Murray, one of the founders of Hello Games, tweets out a random emoji with no context, it means that a new update is coming to No Man's Sky. So Sean just tweeted out an emoji, and it's pretty controversial. He actually tweeted out a middle finger emoji. Now, a lot of people are really debating what this could possibly mean. Some in the community are saying that this is basically the FU where Sean says, okay, we're done updating No Man's Sky. We've had it with this community. You've gotten all you can get from us, so we're not going to update the game anymore. But I don't think that's the case. The people saying that are mainly people that still think No Man's Sky is bad after all these years. Believe it or not, there's still people out there that never tried No Man's Sky after the controversial launch, and anytime there's an update, they're like, it's still a horrible game. And those people have always been thinking that, eventually No Man's Sky is going to Hello Games is going to abandon this game and stop updating it. So those kinds of people are saying that the middle finger emoji basically means that, we're done with you, and we're not updating No Man's Sky anymore. But my take on it, and some other people in the community also think this, is that this could be the space Hanky-Panky update. So before No Man's Sky released, there was this one interview, and the guy that was interviewing Sean Murray asked if you would be able to like crossbreed creatures on planets and stuff, and Sean joked, "Oh, you're basically going to be spreading your seed around planets or something like that." Um, and there hasn't been a lot of talk about this, but I think okay. So this is my idea. So I was thinking about space pirate space stations. And well, probably not this door. This door has metal plating and a big tube thing over it. But so we got these new pirate space stations, and they're basically the old versions of space stations before they were changed. And these two doorways used to lead off to rooms, but they're blocked off um, in space pirate stations. So I was thinking they probably plan to use these. Like I said, probably not that one over there because it's covered by metal plates and a pipe. But this one just has a curtain over it. And, covering it up with a red curtain, I mean, that's already kind of suggestive. So what I was thinking is they may use this room as a sort of brothel. You go to a space pirate station, and maybe there's like a guard, like a bouncer, like maybe this guy is going to be the guard that's guarding the room. You can't get in here unless you talk to him, maybe pay a fee, and then you go into the next room, and maybe there's like one of each race, like a Gek, a Korvax, and a Viking, and you can talk to any of them, and you can pay them, and well, I'm sure there wouldn't be any kind of animation like say in Mass Effect, but probably what would happen is the screen would go dark, and say you choose the Gek, there would be, a bunch of Gek voice noises while the screen is black, and then it would come back. Same with the Viking would make Viking voice noises, and then you'd be able to see the screen again. So it's not going to actually show anything. I mean, No Man's Sky is rated T for teen. There's no way they would jeopardize that rating with nudity or anything else explicit like that. But they could do kind of just a cheeky implication that something is happening. It's basically what was done in speaking of Mass Effect. The same developers made Dragon Age Origins. There's a brothel in that game, and you can choose one of the races and then pretty much, well, there is some nudity, but pretty much the screen just goes dark, and then you hear some people's voice noises, and then the little sequence ends. That's probably what they would do. Um, Now, for Corvax, if you choose the Corvax, my guess is there would probably be like the sound of a drill bit or electrical shocking noises. Because let's be honest, Corvax are pretty obviously the kinkiest race in No Man's Sky. You're probably laughing at that, but seriously, if you read the um, the different interactions that you can have with Korvax, like a large percentage of them are the Korvax like experimenting on you and probing you. So like Gek are the race that are always trying to sell you things. Viking are the race that are always trying to kill you, and Korvax are the race that want to probe you. So sure, Korvax may seem sterile and robotic and not like they would be, but that kind of just belies pretty obvious that they're the ones that are secretly the freakiest in bed. Especially since of the three races, Korvax are the only ones that might be considered feminine looking. Like Viking are, big and muscular, masculine, and Gek are like, short, kind of tubby. They definitely wouldn't be considered feminine looking, but Korvax are kind of slender and maybe could be considered feminine. So of course they're going to be um, the kinkiest ones, and of course they want to probe us, and they have plenty of gadgets and stuff that they could use for those kind of purposes, if you know what I mean. So I'm thinking if the middle finger emoji does mean we're going to get alien hanky-panky, most people are going to think of Korvax as the best choices for those sequences. Um, and really, I'm serious. There's already implications of things in other texts. Like there's this one Viking interaction where um, you talk to the Viking and it's basically distressed because it's received a what's the term, dowry. It's received a dowry, and you can accept the dowry on its behalf, and it gives you the money, and then you're technically married to a Viking that you've never met before. And they, in the text of that interaction, it says that the Viking shows you pictures of an alluring specimen of a Viking that you are now technically married to. So it's not totally unreasonable that No Man's Sky could add more innuendos without crossing the line that would mess up their rated T for teens. So that's what I think. I think that the middle finger emoji that Sean just tweeted out means we're going to get space hanky panky. But let me know what you think. What do you think the middle finger emoji means? I really don't think it means that they're done updating. I don't think it's an FU from Sean. I don't think he would do that. Um, and also in the comments, let me know which race you would find most attractive for a clandestine tryst, to put it um, another way. I'm not going to say which race I would prefer, but I mean, that might be kind of obvious based on what I've already said in this video. But let me know which race you are going to be accepting the services from if we do get space hanky panky as I'm predicting, or let me know what you think the middle finger emoji means. But anyway, that does it for this. I'm sure today is actually a Saturday. We never get an update on the weekend, so this update will probably come on Tuesday. Tuesday is a fairly common update day, so we're going to have to wait till after the weekend. But anytime Sean tweets out an emoji, it means we're definitely getting an update in the next week or so, usually on a Tuesday or a Thursday or something like that. But anyway, let me know what you think of the middle finger emoji. I've been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything's going to be okay.